So I'm just going to ask this out of my own curiosity, and I think a lot of the audience curiosity as well. How hard is it to, okay, you want to be a Whataburger manager, and I think I saw that you make 60 a year, right? 60 a year? Is that after bonuses or before?
So they changed the bonus system up a little bit. So I used to get like monthly bonuses that were large, and obviously it's like volume based with like stores and such.
Yeah.
But those bonuses, I really don't get anymore. They used to pay like rent on my other bills just in the bonus.
So what is it now?
Well, monthly, nothing. They have like a quarterly contest of like the stores that are in your area.
Oh.
So you got like 8 or 9 stores that you're competing with every quarter. And then like the metric is based off of like your speed, your accuracy.
So there's like a pile of money for the district essentially. And then whatever metrics are hit between the Whataburgers, it's distributed that way?
Well, the one store that wins whatever metric they are competing against for that quarter, that one store, all of the managers receive like $1,000 bonus.
Oh, gotcha. So potential bonuses of a few thousand, depending on the metrics?
But now, yeah, I would say a few thousand is kind of the potential.
Quarter?
1,000 per quarter.
Okay, so $60,000 a year before that?
Before that, I was making...
Or is that $60,000 a year before those potential bonuses?
No.
So
it is not. That is not including the bonuses if I were to win them.
No. Is it $60,000 a year before the potential included bonuses? So it's more than 60 if you get the bonuses?
Yeah.
Okay,
more than 60 if you get the bonuses.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
so $60,000 is what you're making as a salary.
Yeah.
Essentially. Okay. So for people who want to become a manager at Whataburger or a place like that, if you want to become a manager, can you just become a manager? Obviously, there will be application, there will be interviews, and there's training and stuff like that. But how difficult is it for me? I want to go be a Whataburger manager. How difficult is that going to be for me?
I think it's going to depend a lot on like the store and kind of the community that's built in that store, because there are some that I've worked at where it's like you can just walk in and promote and they're not really going to care what it is. And then there's some where, you're kind of going to do that rigorous task.
Well, it's Texas, so let's just pretend there's 100 Whataburgers in Austin in the metro area. So I could go apply to 100 of them. Some of them are going to be easy. Some of them are going to be harder. If I want to become a manager, how difficult is it going to be for me to land that position?
Out of 10, I'd probably say like a 6 out of 10. Like it's definitely going to take a bit of work because I mean, it's a time commitment. You got to show that you really know your stuff. And then the multitasking, like having to be able to handle multiple issues at one time, or just like stuff that you're working on, making a sandwich while you're doing this and having to have a conversation. It's just a lot to...
But anyone can do it if they put in the time, work, and knowledge?
Oh, 100%.
Very good. How long is that process from starting to becoming a manager, do you think?
So they changed it up recently where they've kind of added new training levels. So as opposed to where it was... You had your team members, the orange shirts, and then you had a team lead and the manager. Now you have your team leaders. You have your team member. You have your station trainer, people that can train on station. You have your restaurant trainers, people that can train on every station, and then a team lead. So they've added that little bit. So that process is going to make it take a little bit longer. Personally, for me, it was about 6 months between getting team member to team leader to manager.
And that's what I've said. Yeah. That's what I've said historically.
If it's taken more than a year to be able to get to manager, it's maybe a different store.
Oh, sure. So there's some strategery around it when it comes to choosing the right location. So that makes sense. So when I often say on here for someone who's like not doing well, or they don't even have a job, they got laid off, and I'm like, okay, you need to make some money right now. I don't say like, oh, go be a Whataburger manager, but I do say, okay, maybe apply, start working at Whataburger, because I know you guys are always hiring, right?
Oh,
just
100%.
for everything.
And it's a 24-hour business. So I mean, we got all types of shit.
So
available.
anyone could go get a job at Whataburger right now.
Now, I will say, like, I have a pretty strong, like, I work overnights, early bird. And so I have a pretty strong staff that's really consistent on making sure that they show up to work and doing that type of stuff. And so some stores may be filled in certain time zones. So it's like...
So you have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to just take what is there, but you can go get a job.
You can get a job. It's one of those, there are hours that are needed.